How do you ensure getting people involved in your precinct that are genuine conservatives? There are some people that are Republicans in name only, and then they vote progressive or with the other party. You say, I don't know who to get. Well, one of the things that will be included in your reorganizational packet is a list of people that voted in the Republican primary. This can be obtained from your local GOP office in your county. Tell them to go into the voter vault and pull up the people. It doesn't tell them who, this doesn't tell you who they voted for. In South Carolina, there's a primary, and you choose whether you're going to vote in the Republican primary or you're going to vote in another party's primary. So this is a list of people in your community that voted in the Republican primary. You don't know how they voted, but you got their name, last name, first name, address, zip code, phone number. It's all there. And so you can contact those people instead of just going down the street. But if you see somebody in the community and you wonder, just say to them something like this, say, you know, as you look at the political landscape and you hear things by different ones on television and whatnot, kind of, to which party do you kind of feel more of an affinity? And they'll probably tell you. You know, if you say, what party are you? They're probably not going to like that, you know, it's none of your business. But if you ask them, you know, who do you have the most affinity with? You say, Larry, why are you working with the Republican Party? Well, I'm working with the Republican Party not because I'm a Republican, but because its core values are closest to my values. And so that's the place to start. I believe it was Sam Ervin. I believe he was a Democrat, wasn't he? And he said, all politics is local. I agree with one. That's something I can agree about, that all politics is local. You have to find out the heartbeat of the people that are in your community. And the only way you can do that is to get with them. Say, do you use the phone? Yeah, use the phone. But it's a whole lot better if you can do it in person, face to face. So you're going to go knock on a door and meet somebody. How do you do it? I want to share with you a great secret. Walk up to the door and put your nose that far away from the storm door and ring the bell. When they open the door, take one large step backwards away from the door. People are afraid somebody's going to rush in, bust in on them, intrude on them. People are scared. But when you're that close and they open the door, their first glimpse of you is stepping back away from them, and they don't feel threatened. And then they'll probably open the door and say yes, and then you can make your entree by saying, hey, my name's Larry Bateman. I represent the precinct here where we vote together, and I just was wondering if I could have just a few moments of your time to share with you about an important event that's coming up on March 3rd. And smile. I said, sure, step in, and step in the doorway. Now don't go in and sit down and get involved in coffee and cookies and spending all day there with them. You got to move on to the next address that you've got on your list there of primary voters. But if you identify yourself as a member of the community and that you're there to talk about, I understand you voted in the Republican primary like I did, and hey, I wanted to share with you about an important date that's coming up and how you can make the right difference right now. Smile. Most people will be kind of will say, hey, I don't have time, or hey, the dinner's burning, or what, Hey, I understand. I got company. I understand. You wouldn't mind if I stopped back and saw you another day, would you? And they'll say, no, that's okay, Or, hey, I don't know about that, may I call you? And another key thing to get commitment from people is, when it's no, just say, I could stop by tomorrow and see you, or would later be better? And they say, tomorrow's good, or, well, no, later would be better. That leaves you either way, you still got an entree to get back to them. Well, when you go to the phone to call somebody and talk to them about precinct reorganization, stand up. Say, why stand up? Your voice sounds different when you're sitting down. Sit down, dial the number, and when the person answers, stand up. Your voice will be more authoritative and communicate better if you're standing. And at least for those first few seconds, be standing and greet them and say, hi, my name's Larry Bateman. I'm the precinct president for the Anderson Mill Elementary School Precinct Club of the Spartanburg County Republican Party. You want to introduce yourself, tell them who you are. And if you're not an officer, just say, hey, I'm your neighbor. And I just live around the corner. And I just wanted to let you know that the precinct reorganization is coming up, and I wanted to share with you my passion about why it's so important that you and I be involved. And then tell them, share your heart with them, what you're concerned about in Washington, what you're concerned about in your state, or what you're concerned about in your county. Do you know why people will get involved in your community? What is it about you that will make the difference? It's by you personally talking to somebody and saying, hey, I voted in the Republican primary too, and I noticed that you did, and hey, we're reorganizing our precinct, and we could be so much more effective if you would come and join in with us. I'd like to see you be a delegate with me at our county convention, and share with them a little bit about your passion for what you want to see happen in your precinct and in your county. Bottom line, what you've got to do is convince people as you passionately share with them. Don't just invite them, y'all come. That ain't going to work. You got to convince them and so that they see that this reorganizational meeting tonight is the only way to get involved in that particular cycle to make a real difference. There's no excused absences, You have to be there. So if the house is burning down, you tell the people to get out. If the country's burning down, they want to see something really change, then they better turn out. People will make all kinds of excuses, well, I've got to go to school, or kids got to go to bed early, or I got to get up early for an early appointment, to go to work, and blah, 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 blah. You have to share with them the importance of being at that reorganizational meeting.